student to go to college in my family, so they were supportive, but they didn't really know how to help as much as they could in high school. So it's kind of just like learning on your own.
I had problems with everything, pretty much. Just, I didn't know what student ID was. I didn't know where the bookstore was. I didn't know nothing about nothing. And just trying to, because I'm a non-traditional student, coming back and trying to figure out, kind of get used to computers again, logging on, getting student ID. I didn't know where the classes were.
Working and being a student is the main obstacle that I face, and being a single mom as a first-generation college student. It's a lot of work.
Some of the obstacles that I found as a first-generation student was lack of guidance, at home, personal guidance. I didn't have a family member or somebody really close that I felt comfortable asking what career I should choose or what path I should take. So that was kind of where I had a rough start, because I had to try to research it all at home. And I had no clue what I was doing, so I wasted a lot of time trying to figure out what it was that I needed to do.
How different college classes are from high school classes as far as note-taking. In most of your high school classes, they're just going to hand you a page, and it's going to have you fill in the blanks, or they're going to tell you what you need to write down, or they have a PowerPoint what you need to write down. A lot of your teachers are going to have their book open and just lecturing, so you have to figure out what method works for you, a whole new system of note-taking, a whole new system of trying to figure out how you're going to study by these notes.
People always warn you in high school that you do actually have to study in college, and I didn't really take that seriously until I got here, and I realized it is a lot more difficult. It's a lot more fast-paced than high school was. I didn't have to put in much effort to get all the way to in high school and before, but now you actually do have to work for your grades. But so I can't say that I wasn't warned about it, but I wish I would have known. That way I would have put in a lot more effort my first few semesters.
I think it's really important to know about when you should apply for student loan and when you shouldn't.
What to do with your refund whenever you get it. I definitely recommend putting that into a savings account and not touching it, because that money can come in handy later.
TRiO labs and the TLC. I think I probably wouldn't have had to take a math class 3 times if I had gone to visit them.
The transfer center to learn about what I plan to do, what I plan to transfer. So that would have helped me decide what classes to take as an OCTC student.
I wish I would have utilized. I'm not very good at English. I knew about the TLC, but I didn't know much about it. I was still kind of timid whenever I came to campus, and so, but I just actually started using the TLC to revise my papers and stuff this semester, and I have an A in English, which is pretty good for me because I'm good with grammar, but not the actual putting it all together. But they've been really helpful down there for that, and I wish I would have used that sooner.
The Career Advancement Center here at OCTC, that's when I really figured out exactly what it was that matched me, my personality as far as a career. And I kind of took the guidance that they offered, and then I ran with it.
Work study helps a lot because once I go home, it's really hard for me to have time to sit down and just do homework because I have a son and I have to clean and I still have to eat and feed him and all that stuff. But while I'm here, I'm able to get a lot of my homework done while I'm still working in between doing whatever jobs I need to do for people. And so it's really helpful time-wise. And being able to know about all the different events that are going on. You get a heads up about them a little sooner, that way you can plan for it.
As far as finding employment, I was in the welding program, and it wasn't 4 weeks after I had finished the welding program, that I had companies calling me and asking me to come fill out resumes and go through interviews and stuff. And my instructor was really good about hooking up with local companies and factories and getting us plugged into the workforce before we even finished the program.
I work for the TRiO department here, and I believe that working on campus is a lot better than trying to leave where you have people that can help you. I can just, if my math teacher, if I'm having trouble, I'm already here on campus, so I just ask my boss if I can go and talk to her and get some help, or I have extra time to do homework. Having an on-campus job, I think, is a lot more beneficial than trying to leave campus and balance, schoolwork and another job.
As far as balancing work and school, that actually became a huge stressor just because of the fact that I was working 35 hours a week when I first started to come back to school in 2015. And I found that working 35 hours a week plus trying to be a full-time student, I found out that was too much. So what I did to ease that was I just dropped my hours and I went down to about 20 hours a week. And that's actually worked out really well for me.
I had to completely cut TV out of my life. Completely. My weekends are not what they used to be. Even my afternoons after school are not what they used to be. I do a lot of outside curricular activities. And at the same time, as soon as those are over, I go home and I sit down and I might stay up till midnight sometimes, or later having to work on schoolwork. I made a lot of sacrifices, and I think college is for people who are going to make sacrifices.
I've noticed that scheduling helps me be less stressed. I keep an agenda, and all throughout high school, like he said, people skate by. I wasn't one of those people. I kept an agenda from freshman year. I probably kept an agenda in 8th grade, I'm pretty sure. But everything, all my assignments, I have my days, and I have it all structured, planned out, and I get all of my assignments done before the weekend because I do work from 6 a to 10 p on the weekend, so I know I'm not going to have enough time to do my homework. So I get it all done through here. I get it done at TRiO, and I just make sure that any excess stress that I can put off, that I don't have to stress about, like homework, like deadlines, like doing things like that, I make sure I get those out of the way, so that way I have less stress on me. I don't have to procrastinate, and I'm not being crunched at the last minute.
Well, for the first 3 semesters, I was pretty much at school from 7:50 to 3 o'clock, and then Monday through Friday, and then I was supposed to be at work at 3 o'clock until closing, so it was pretty stressful trying to be at 2 places at once and working and being up all day. As far as balancing it goes, is you have to be super focused. If you can't get behind on what you're supposed to be doing, having a planner or a calendar to write stuff down in is very good. I'm really bad about procrastinating, so I'll have to put it in my calendar. My due date is actually 2 or 3 days before it's actually due in class. So if something's due Friday, I'll want it done by Wednesday. So I'm not up the night before going, this is due at 11:59 and it's 11:58 and I haven't started it yet. So
I have everything scheduled out. I work when I'm not working. I'm at school. When I'm not at school, I'm working, and then I try to balance homework study time in between that, whether it's in between classes, in between work and school, or after work. I also try to add some me time in there just so I don't get overly stressed out. So for my stress, I typically go to the gym, I take a short walk, I possibly read a book if I have time of my own enjoyment, even if it is for 15 minutes.
Well, I'm a grandmother. I have 4 kids and I'm a grandmother of 12. And it's very difficult. I have to stay, I'm sorry, I can't I have to study a lot. But you do what you gotta do.
I participated in a lot of clubs. I enjoy doing clubs during student government, the multicultural club here, and I found that it got me more involved at OCCC, so it wasn't just a monotonous task. Come to school, do your schoolwork, go home, do your homework, come back. Each day is the same thing. You're really involved. And studies show that the more involved you are with your schooling, the better that you do. For some people, you don't have time to do clubs, which is, unfortunate. But if you do have the time to do clubs, I really encourage you to do them.
The only two things that I ended up joining was Pi Theta Kappa and TRiO.
I'm vice president of the Multicultural Student Association, and that's pretty helpful because you get to know a lot of other people that you would otherwise not meet on campus if you never have classes with them.
I probably would have asked for a lot more help the first time I took a math class, since I know that's where a lot of people struggle, and I've struggled enough with that to know that if you're really having trouble, definitely go ask someone.
The semester that I had my son, he was born 2 days into the semester. And so I thought it'd be a good idea, because I knew his due date was coming like that first week. And I was like, you know what, I can handle it. I'll just take some online classes. I signed up for a full load of all online classes, and I could not keep up with it. It was awful. I was under so much stress. I was trying to breastfeed and learn it was my first child. I didn't know what I was doing. I was already under enough stress, and that was just way too much. I ended up withdrawing that semester from all of my courses, and then the next semester I ended up withdrawing from all of them again because I was trying to retake all the same classes online. I learned the hard way that I'm not set up for online classes, and if I do, I need to take 1 or 2 at a time, max, not all of them. I cannot do that again.
I kind of did the same thing this semester. And I was going to take an online psychology class, and I was struggling trying to figure out how to work the class the way it was set up. And instead of emailing the professor early on, I was like, well, I'm not going to bother him, and I ended up, getting way far behind and having to withdraw from my class. So I kind of learned, it's okay. They're there to help you. You can email them.
Putting off my hardest subject to my last semester was the worst idea I ever had. So if I had to do that all over again, I would do it right from the beginning, so everything else would be smooth sailing.
I would definitely go back and get help the first math class I took, where I struggled and ended up withdrawing because I had to take that class 3 times. And that's not fun the first time, or the second, or the third. So go to the TLC or TRiO and get help.
Oversleeping for my 8 a.m. classes. I was going to bed early enough, I just couldn't wake up early enough. Most of the time I showed up, it was just I was a little bit late, I missed a little bit of material, but if I could redo something, it would probably be that.
I plan on transferring to the University of Louisville and finishing out my bachelor's. I want to major in chemistry and biology, and then I'm going to go to med school.
I am actually going to transfer myself. I'm already signed up, and I've been admitted to Eastern Kentucky University, and I start there on August 21st.
I plan on transferring to Murray in the fall. They're trying to get me into a position there for the summer, starting in the fall, and possibly looking at adventure leadership track. And so
I plan on transferring to KWC in the fall. I plan on actually becoming a college professor and possibly working towards becoming an actuary later on in life if I choose to do so.
I'm transferring to Western, the Owensville campus this fall, and I'm going into elementary education. Hopefully, I'll be teaching back in my hometown, which has always been a dream of mine.
My goal is to be a missionary. So to work with the IMB, which is the International Mission Board, you have to be at least 21 years of age. So I have an intern set up with the church this summer, and then I want to work for a year, and then get hooked up with the IMB, and they'll send me wherever, and I'll take classes online, kind of go through seminary.
I want to work with people that suffer from addiction. I don't have any jobs like that or anything like that yet. And I want to transfer to a 4-year, but I think I'm going to take a semester or 2 off
I will be transferring to Western this fall, where I will get my bachelor's in social work.
I am transferring to Western Kentucky Owensboro in the fall, and I'll be working on my master's degree in organizational leadership. I'm signing up for their JUG program, which actually shortens the term or the length of time that it takes to get your master's degree. And I do plan to continue to work for Owensboro Community and Technical College.
I receive financial aid, so that covers majority of my courses here, not all. I've paid out of pocket. More than likely, I am going to have to get some more student loans, but I have been filling out a lot of scholarship applications, and I have one that's looking really promising, so hopefully that one goes through for me.
I have a Pell Grant to get through my degree here.
I actually don't receive financial aid. I'm not eligible for it. At Western, I've talked to them, and I may be eligible for the work study program over there. But the whole time, I've actually been paying for all of my courses through scholarships, Keys money, and out of my own pocket. So I haven't taken out any loans or anything.
If you have any idea of what you think that you might want to do, try to shadow someone in that career, because that is the only way that you will ever know if that's something that you'll enjoy doing for the rest of your life. You really have to actually dive into the career. I went back and forth between accounting and math for like 2 years, and I just finally decided that accounting is not something that I would enjoy doing. Teaching math, I actually enjoy doing that.
In my head, I switched majors like 37 times. I found out a lot of things, though, from people by just talking to them, and either, like she said, an internship or something like that, or just getting phone numbers and making phone calls.
I'd say ask for help, especially if you feel overwhelmed. Your TRiO advisor, not just your TRiO advisor, but your faculty. I mean, the faculty members here at OCTC, your teachers, the counselors. I mean, they're all willing to help you if you just ask. And
Do not take like chemistry, microbiology, things that are hard in general during the semester, that you struggle with during the semester. You're just making it a lot smaller. Don't take those online either.
You need to take advantage of all the resources they have to offer here at OCTC. If you don't know what they are, ask somebody. There's plenty of different faculty members and people working on campus that would be happy to help you. Don't give up. Just remember that hard work pays off.
Don't quit. Push forward. Continue to follow your dreams. Don't quit. If it's too much to handle or you feel like your life is just not going the way, go to the counseling center. Go meet up with Joe Yazvac. Go meet up with one of them. Get into the TRiO program. Get yourself a peer tutor. You know, they're here to help you. They're here to help with those stressors in life. And that's the one thing I love about this particular program in this school is that everything was there for us. And all you had to do was just reach out and go get it. It was all free. You didn't have to pay for it. There was no extra. All it cost you was your time. And it's definitely worth your time to do it.